Welcome to our channel space for healing, awareness, and inner peace. The Mind That Never Feels Full, an Osho insight on desire, death, and freedom. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself one honest question. Am I fulfilled? You may have money. You may have relationships. You may have success, respect, experiences, and yet, somewhere deep inside, there is a subtle whisper. Just a little more. Osho says, this whisper is not your soul. This whisper is the mind. The mind never says, enough. The mind only says, more. And today, let us understand why the human mind never gets fulfilled and how a whole life is wasted in wandering, only to die empty-handed. The nature of the mind, a beggar with a golden bowl. Osho often described the mind as a beggar, not because it has nothing, but because it can never feel that it has enough. A man earns his first lakh. The mind says, now 2. He earns 2. The mind says, now 10. The target keeps moving. Osho used to say, the mind lives in the future. Fulfillment can exist only in the present. The mind is like a horizon. You walk towards it, it moves away. You get married. You think, now I will be happy. After some time, the mind says, if only my partner was different. You build a house. The mind says, a bigger one would be better. You achieve success. The mind says, now people should recognize me. This is not desire. This is addiction to desire. Alexander the Great and the 2 empty hands. Osho loved telling the story of Alexander the Great. Alexander conquered the world. Countries fell at his feet. Kings became his servants. Yet, he was always restless. Before dying, Alexander gave a strange instruction. When my dead body is carried, keep my hands outside the coffin. Empty. People asked, why? Alexander said, so the world can see. The man who conquered everything is leaving with nothing. Osho would laugh and say, life is spent accumulating what death will not allow you to keep. You collect money. Death takes it away. You collect power. Death laughs. You collect names, fame, titles. Death wipes the slate clean. And suddenly you realize you were busy owning, but you never learned being. Why the mind can never be fulfilled. Understand this clearly. The mind is not meant to be fulfilled. Osho says, the mind survives on desire. Fulfillment is its death. The moment you feel fulfilled, the mind has no job. So the mind creates new desires, new comparisons, new ambitions. That is why rich people are not peaceful, powerful people are not relaxed, successful people are not silent. Their minds are overactive factories of wanting. The mind feeds on comparison, competition, fear of missing out, fear of being nobody. Osho calls this psychological hunger, hunger that food cannot satisfy. The donkey and the carrot. Endless, wandering Osho often used humor. He told a story of a donkey. A carrot is tied in front of the donkey's eyes. The donkey walks all day trying to catch it. The carrot moves with him. Evening comes. The donkey is exhausted. The carrot is still there. Osho says, this donkey is the human mind. Money is the carrot. Love is the carrot. Success is the carrot. Even spiritual ego can become the carrot. You keep walking. You keep hoping, and life passes. Osho says, man is the only animal who postpones living. You say, after retirement I will live. After children grow up I will live. After earning enough I will live. And then one day, death comes without any appointment. What death teaches that life is ignoring death is not cruel. Death is honest. It reveals the truth. What you accumulated was not yours. What you chased was borrowed. What you ignored was real. Osho says, meditate on death, not to become sad, but to become awake. When you see death clearly, a miracle happens. You stop running. You start living. You realize peace cannot be stored. Joy cannot be postponed. Love cannot be owned. Only this moment is real. The way out, from mind to awareness. Osho never says, renounce the world. He says, renounce the mind's obsession. Use money, but don't worship it. Love people, but don't possess them. Work, but don't lose yourself in ambition. The key is awareness. Watch the mind. See how it jumps. See how it demands. And slowly, a gap appears. In that gap, there is silence. There is contentment. There is a joy without reason. That joy does not come from having. It comes from being. And Osho says, the day you stop asking for more, life starts giving you everything. Closing, ending in silence. The mind will never be fulfilled. Stop trying. You are not the mind. You are the witness, and the witness is already complete. Sit silently. Breathe. Be here. Because only that which is aware can never be taken away by death.